these 2 minutes, 500 kids have been born on this Mother Earth. And if we talk about our beloved country, while I'm speaking, I've just spoken for 1 minute, not even 1 minute, 50 more kids have been born. Wow. This is amazing. Today, I'm not only going to talk about all the kids, I'm going to talk about the hearing challenges that is hearing impaired children in our country. Talking about hearing impairment, the first word, hearing. Can anybody tell me, when do we start hearing? When do we start hearing? Yes, thank you. We start hearing when we are in our mother's womb. That means when we are born, we are already born with a hearing of 4 months. And that's why the famous mythological story of Abhimanyu, who heard the Chakravyuh Rachna in mother's womb and was able to conquer a very big battle. We have been the only privileged species on earth who've got 5 senses. And out of these 5 senses, which is that one sense which we can never shut? Which is that one sense which cannot close any time? We want hearing. This is such an important sense of our body that the children who are born with hearing loss have not only lost hearing when they are born, but if a child is diagnosed with hearing impairment at the age of 1 year, he has or she has a hearing loss of 16 months. And in our country, every 5th child born amongst 1,000 kids is born with hearing related challenges. And hearing disability is the most common disability which you cannot see just like that unless you see somebody signing or if you see somebody who is not able to communicate. Isn't it sad? Isn't it a very big challenge? People really sympathize with blind people. But Helen Keller, who had both blindness and deafness, one day cried and she said, blindness only keeps me away from things, but hearing challenge keeps me away from people. And human beings are the social people. We need to live in a community. We need to express our views. We need to tell about our emotions. If a hearing impaired child cannot speak, he cannot even tell his friend, oh, I love you. How about that? Now you will be thinking, why am I speaking so much about hearing impairment, hearing challenges? By profession, I am a postgraduate from NIFT Delhi, and I was having a very good flourishing business. I was supplying to Taj Group of hotels my own line. And my daughter, Ananya, she was diagnosed with hearing loss, profound hearing loss at the age of 18 months. And if you see the slides before that, 90 to 95% of children born with hearing impairment are born to normal hearing parents. And here I am as a parent. I didn't know, I had never seen any hearing impaired person in my life before seeing my first child. It was devastating, shocking. It was like a death of my dreams. Because when you have your first child, you build a nice, lovely dream around it. Oh, I'll do this, I'll do that. And you plan your journey around it. But suddenly when you land somewhere else, you really don't know what to do. Then became a journey of a mother looking for various options. So various testings were done, and finally they said there is the only thing what you can do now is put on her hearing aids. Putting on hearing aids to an 18-month-old baby was itself a challenge. Anyways, I explored various options for children like these, and I went and I traveled across India. Somehow I didn't get satisfied by seeing what these kids were doing. So I went to a lady who was running a NGO of such children, and I said, can you show me a best outcome, please? I really want to meet that person who is doing the best now. She said, yes, come, you should meet. He's a computer engineer, he's doing computer engineering in his second year, and you must meet. So there's an annual event held in that school, and she said, you come during that event and you meet. I met that person, and I personally went and I spoke with him, and that day I was really disappointed because 60% of it, what he was saying, I was not able to understand. That day I thought, will my daughter speak like this? Will the people turn around and mock at her? Will she be able to communicate and make more friends? So all these things came back again. And then I thought, let me Google. 15 years back, there was not much of data available on websites as yet. So somebody told me about this place in US called John Tracy Clinic, who offers free services to such family on a distance education program. So I enrolled myself, I did their online courses, and then I was invited there, and they said you can come and see what these kids are doing. So the new technology called cochlear implants were just being launched 15 years back in India. And there were very few, in fact pediatric cases were not there. So cochlear implant, if you know, I don't know, you all must have seen hearing aid users, but cochlear implant is a surgically inserted device which has two parts. One hooks up on the ear and the other is implanted inside the inner ear of the child. So it's a 3 to 3.5 hour surgery, and only a trained ENT surgeon can do that. So there were just 3 surgeons all over India, and it was a very big decision for us. So I went there to this place. I saw a couple of little kids there who were even able to, when you call them, they were able to turn. I was surprised. I said, this is amazing. This is an interesting technology. I would like to introduce my daughter Ananya here, who will speak with you and share her journey as a student. She is in 10th grade.
Hello everyone. So, my name is Ananya, and today I'm going to share my experience with you both as a hearing impaired person and as a student in a mainstream school. So there are millions of things you do in life, some are small, some are big. But what makes those moments truly special is who you are while doing those things. Now all of you over here are different. Now on what level you are different varies. Now I am hearing impaired, I am different, and the most important part is that I have accepted my difference. Now in today's world, there are so many people that you see from different cultures, from different walks of life. Some people are disabled, some are normal as per society's norms. So when you meet a person who is disabled, you have that feeling inside you that, okay, he or she is different, he or she does not look like me, or he or she does not behave like me. So there was a time when I was mocked for being different. And today I've been given this incredible opportunity to speak on such a big platform. When I was a little girl, I used to be mocked for wearing devices, and I could not speak Hindi so well. But most importantly, I was made fun of for being different. Now flash forward to a few years later, you have seen me with this new technology. I'm able to speak confidently in front of all of you. Things have changed a lot because now people are beginning to understand that disabled people are not so different. For example, I love the same things as most of you do. I love to watch movies, I love to read books, I love to hang out with my friends too. And this is what most of you do like. So you slowly start seeing that I'm not different as any of you. In fact, the other people out there who are disabled, who have problems, they're not different from you. You stop treating me like I'm different, then you slowly stop feeling bad for me. And that is when you see that you treat me as one of your own people. You treat me as if I am the same. Now you see, this hearing impairment is a gift for me. Not everybody has the power to empathize with people, to truly understand what is happening. I would like to ask all of you a question. Suppose you go out into the world and there are different phases in life. You graduate from school, you graduate from college, you start a job. So at every point of life, you meet new people. Would you trust them wholeheartedly? Would you put yourself into their hands, your so-called friends? The answer is no. You can't expect people to understand you as soon as you meet them. Think of it for us. We don't expect people to understand us, but yes, we do expect them to support us. I mean, sometimes even my own friends don't get me. That is because nobody can understand you. Nobody can go into your psychological thinking and understand why you are the way you are. So now this hearing impairment has given me the power to empathize with people with similar problems and different problems too. So it is my dream to go to United Nations and work for the betterment of the world and try to be an advocate for all the people with all sorts of problems, not only hearing impairment. So I would like to tell you one more thing, one last thing, that whenever you see someone disabled, it is very important to know that that person does not want you to feel bad for them. They do not want your sympathy. They only want your support. If you truly come up and be selfless and try to understand that that person is strong, that person does not need you to do things for them because you feel bad for them. You're like, oh my God, he or she has this problem. I wonder how life is for him. But believe me, I do not think about how life would be without this hearing impairment. I am proud of this because this has become a part of me. So imagine with people like who have greater problems like cancer, or some people are blind, but everything is proportionate. So if you see a blind person or a person with cancer, yes, you will feel bad, but please do not do things out of sympathy for that person. Please try and understand the person and support that person. So I would like to conclude by quoting a beautiful quote by Scott Hamilton. He said that the only disability in life is a bad attitude. Thank you. मुमकिन है इस जहां में झूम के यूं मुस्कुराना। अब हम ध्वनि की दुनिया में कदम रख चुके हैं, यानी कि साउंड की दुनिया में। यहाँ से बहुत कुछ बदलने वाला है, एक्चुअली बहुत कुछ सुंदर होने वाला है।
Therapy itself has given us the motivation or hope कि yes, it is possible.
किसी भी बच्चे का जिसका कॉक्लियर इम्प्लांट सर्जरी हुआ है, फॉर्मल प्रॉपर ऑडिटरी वर्बल ट्रेनिंग या स्पीच थेरेपी या जो भी आपके लिए प्लान बनाया गया है, उसका कोई सब्स्टिट्यूट नहीं।
इस पूरे प्रोसेस में थेरेपिस्ट का सबसे बड़ा रोल है पेरेंट को एम्पावर करना। When you start your journey, सबसे ज़रूरी बात यह है कि आपका बच्चा अपना hearing device ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा टाइम पहने, like all the time if possible. This step is very important because it helps to stimulate the auditory brain of the child.
The good thing is that they realize themselves कि इससे सुनाई देता है
और ये मेरे लिए important है। Yes, working. ये बहुत ज़रूरी है कि जब आप अपने बच्चे के साथ बात कर रहे हो तो आसपास शांति हो और आप अपने बच्चे के हियरिंग डिवाइस के लेवल पे और नज़दीक आके बात करें।
ये समझना बहुत ज़रूरी है कि इन बच्चों को आवाज़ का कोई कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं है।
हमने साउंड्स देनी शुरू करी, ऐसे टम टम टम, छप छप छप। डक क्या करती है, क्विक क्विक करती है, कैट क्या करती है,
Then the next milestone is कि जब बच्चा कीवर्ड्स अपनी ज़रूरतों के लिए यूज़ करना शुरू कर देता है।
हमको लगा कि इंसिडेंटल लर्निंग कुछ हो नहीं रही है इसकी, बाकी बच्चों की बहुत ज़्यादा होती है। सो दैट इज़ वन रूल वी मेड कि हाँ, अगर वो कमरे में है वी विल टॉक विद वेट टाइम, विद पॉज टाइम।
तो उसके बाद ज़्यादा उसके बोलने पर स्ट्रेस नहीं दिया, लेकिन उसके सुनने में उसको ज़्यादा स्ट्रेस दिया हमने।
माई डॉटर इज अ मास्टर इन लिप रीडिंग। अगर मैं ऐसे छुपा के भी करूँ ना तो यहाँ पे जो इतने मसल्स यहाँ के जो हिलते हैं ना उससे भी वो लिप रीडिंग कर लेती है। तो उसको कुछ और मेरे लिप से ज़्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग लगना चाहिए, तो इसलिए ये चीज़ें जॉइंट अटेंशन में सारी चीज़ें हो जाती हैं।
मैं इसको नहलाती थी, सुबह कपड़े पहनाती थी, कपड़े पहनाने के बाद काउंटिंग के उससे बटन सिखाती थी 1 2 3।
तो ये हमने इसके ना एक्शन वर्ड सिखाने के लिए इसकी फोटोज खींची, फिर हमने इसको बताया ये एक्शन आप कर रहे हो।
हम लोगों ने अपना एक एम ये बना लिया कि अपनी लाइफ की थेरेपी।
ये चीज़ करते हैं कि एक जना बोल रहा है तो बोले, मतलब तो दूसरा रुके, बिकॉज द चाइल्ड कैन नॉट फॉलो।
दूध बोलना है ना कि दूध, मम्मा दूध बोलते हैं पानी को, तो इन सेंटेंस चीज़ों को करेक्ट बोलना है। मम्मी पानी दे दो।
It is very important to make all the activities extremely fun.
Please put this ball in the cup. Very good.
लैंग्वेज एक्सपेंशन एक तो बुक्स के थ्रू आती है, क्योंकि बुक्स हमें करेक्ट ग्रामेटिकल स्ट्रक्चर बताती है।
He's saying 4 plus 4 is 8. You could make it a little more complicated for him by saying, you know, I went to buy 4 mangoes and then I went to buy 4 apples. What happens when I put it together?
एक बहुत ज़रूरी बात ये भी होती है इम्प्लांटी बच्चों के माँ बाप के लिए कि रियलिस्टिक होना, कि इनका कंपैरिजन नहीं होना चाहिए। हर फूल को अपने आप जहाँ जितना वो खिल सकता है उतना सहजता के साथ खिलने देना चाहिए।
मुमकिन है हाथों में यूं हाथ लेके दूसरों को साथ लेके कदमों से कदम मिला के जिंदगी के गीत को यूं गुनगुनाना। हाँ मुमकिन है, हाँ मुमकिन है, मुमकिन है आसमां के बादलों को छू लेना। मुमकिन है इस जहां में झूम के यूं